Hello, welcome to the Scratch coding class. In today's video we are going to be continuing with the beginner's guide to Scratch, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and let's get started with lesson 6. So here are our goals today. So we are going to understand some more operator blocks, and we are also going to look at the wait until condition, and at the end of the video we will be creating a guess the word game using all the programming skills we have learnt so far. So let's get started. So to code this guess the word game, we are going to need 4 different blocks. So we've got this block right here in operators, and this basically joins 2 strings together. And a string is basically a fancy name in programming for a mixture of letters and numbers, and even like full stops, exclamation marks, all that is just a mixture of random characters. So this block basically joins 2 strings together. So in this example we have apple and banana. If I join them, it'll make one big string saying apple banana. And as I said earlier, strings can be made out of numbers. So let's say I type a few random numbers in there. There we go, it joins it like that. And then we have this block, and this basically identifies what character is in a certain position in the string. So letter 1 of apple, for example, the first letter of apple in the first position right here is an A. So there we go, it's A. And just to demonstrate this works with numbers, I'm going to add a few random numbers, and let's say position 6. So the 6th character in apple is 3. So it's not necessarily a letter, as I just demonstrated, because a string is a mixture of letters, numbers, and of course characters. And then over here we have a length of a string for this block. This determines basically how many characters are in a string. So right here, apple, length of 5 because there are 5 letters in it. And we also have this block, and this basically determines if there is a certain character in a string. So if apple contains A, yes, because that is true. Let's say if it contains L, yes it does because it's in the 4th character. Let's say if it contains G, no it doesn't, it's false because there is no G in apple. So that is perfect. We will not be using that block today, but it's still useful to know. And we are going to go into control and look at this block, and this is the last block we will be looking at today. And this is a wait until block, and it will just basically wait until a condition is true. So just to demonstrate, I'm going to get a script. When green flag clicked, we are going to wait until the mouse pointer is touching the sprite, and when it does, I'm going to get the sprite to say hello for 2 seconds. There we go, my mouse pointer is currently not touching the sprite, as you can see right here. Once I touch it, hello. That's it, script ended. So that just basically waits until a condition is true, just like the if block. And that is all the blocks I want to cover today, so let's get started coding our game. So how this program works is basically we are going to give the user 3 clues of what a word is, and then we're going to ask the user to guess the word. So firstly we're going to check if the length of the user's answer matches the length of the word. So if I said guess a 3-letter word and the user types in 18 letters, then that is wrong. So we're going to have to keep asking them the question until they type in 3 letters. And just be aware, it doesn't have to be letters, it can be just a string of 3 characters long. So just be aware of that. And then we are going to check each letter individually in the word. So if they get the first letter right, then we can just leave it. If they get the second letter wrong, let's say, then they're going to have to keep typing in the second letter until they get it right, and same with the 3rd letter. And that is basically how the script will go. So we need 2 variables. We're going to need my message and my word. My message will basically just indicate to the user if their answer length is correct, and then my word will basically be the user's input, the input that we're going to check. So when green flag clicked to start off with, and then we need to say guess the word, and then you can type in a few clues of what the word is. I'm going to use the word and, A-N-D, and. So just 3 letters, really simple word. And then after that we put a few clues, so you can do that yourself. And then we need a repeat until block, and I didn't actually explain this earlier, but it's really similar to the wait block. So if it just repeats a script until a condition is true, that is all. It's really similar to the wait until. So we're going to repeat until the length of the user's input is equal to 3, because we are using a 3-letter word. So repeat until my word, length of my word, sorry, is equal to 3. There we go. And then we need to ask the user to input it, so we're going to use this question, and we're going to say enter the word. And then we need to set my word to the answer, because right now my word is just blank, it is not defined, so we need to set it to the answer. And then after we do that, we need to set my message, and we're using my message because I don't want the sprite to be saying it. We're just going to change it up. We're going to use a variable to give a message to the user, which is something that most people don't do, so I just want to try it today. So we are going to join two strings, so we need to join your answer length is, so we're going to type in your answer length is, and make sure to leave a space. And then we have a problem here, because the user's answer length can vary. It can be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It can be any answer length. So how are we going to know what answer length it is? Then we are going to need the length of answer block. So length of answer. There we go. And that will basically join the two strings together, because that is a value, so it will join your answer length is and the value. So that is why I introduced that block earlier, because we will need it for my message. And then if it isn't, then we are just going to keep repeating it. So we can keep repeating the script, and we also need to display on my message. We need to actually say my message. So yeah, we're going to get this right to say it. So say my message, and then if the length of the answer is not equal to 3, so not, and then length of answer equal 3. And then after we do that, then we need to check each letter individually. So we go down, we are just going to duplicate this, it'll just be a bit easier. So if letter 1 of my word, so we need to check the first letter to start off with. So if not letter 1 of my word is equal to A, because it's and, so the first letter, we need to check if the first letter is A in the user's answer. So this is, if it isn't, if it is, we can just move down the script. If it isn't, then we are going to run this check. So we need to first of all tell the user that their letter is wrong. So first letter wrong, and they're going to enter again, and we are just going to wait until the key A is pressed. So wait until key A pressed, and then when it is pressed, then we can say correct, the first letter is A. And then after we do that, then we can set my word, which is, we are going to change the user's answer. So every time the user enters a correct letter, we can change that letter in the variable so the user can actually see it. So we need to set my word, and this is going to be an extremely long script depending on how long your word is. So what you have to do is get this join. You need to type in the correct first letter, which is A, and then you're going to get another join block, because right now this is only for a 2-letter word, but we're doing a 3-letter word, so we need to join it again. So then we need to join letter 2 of my word, because this is just the first letter, so we are still keeping the user's answer. So letter 2, and then I'm just going to duplicate that, and letter 3. And if you're doing 4 letters, then you have to do another join for letter 4. And then if you're doing like a 6-letter word, you're going to need letter 4, letter 5, letter 6. So it basically depends how long you're doing the script, and if you are doing more letters, you're going to have to duplicate this script so it covers every single letter of the word. So you're going to need letter 4 of my word if you're doing a 4-letter word, but we are only doing a 3-letter word, so we can move on to the 2nd letter right now. So if we're going to duplicate, if not letter 2 of my word, so, and the script is currently running, which I don't want, so it's going to be N. So if it's not equal to N, then we need to say the 2nd letter is wrong. So once we get this about 2 times, we can just keep duplicating this. So I'm going to do the next bit off camera after I do this bit. So then we need N, and then correct the letter is N, and then over here we can remove this letter 2 of my word because the user has corrected it. So we can change that to an N, and it'll be A, N, and then letter 3. So I am just going to repeat this for the 3rd letter, so I'll see you when I have finished that. Okay, so I've done that now, and then to end the script we can just say well done, and then it was and then we can maybe get the sprite to do a celebration, so we can get it to rotate and change color. So we should know how to do that. So we're going to repeat for, let's say, I'd say 10 times is enough, and then we can rotate 36 degrees each time, so we'll do a full rotation. And then I also want to change the color as well by 10. So we of course need to set the color to 0 to start off with, and then we need to clear the effects at the very end. And then we're just going to wait 0.1 seconds. So if we don't, this will be instant, and we don't want it to be instant, so this will take 1 second to run, and then we're going to clear all the effects, and then we can just end off saying like thanks for playing. And I think the script is ready to test, so I think I haven't missed anything. So let's give it a test. Guess the word, enter the word. So we already know what the word is, so I'm going to get the second letter wrong deliberately. So I'm going to write add second letter wrong. So it checked the first letter, and the first letter was correct, so now it's looking at the second letter, and the second letter is wrong. And notice here, my message, your answer length is 3, that is what I wanted. So we know the second letter is an N, so if I type N on the keyboard, there we go, correct answer N, and then well done, it was and that is our celebration, and thanks for playing. And I just want to test out the my message again, so I am just going to type in okay, there is a problem with the script now, so we actually need to reset my message. So we need to set my message to a blank, and we need to set my word to a blank, because then that means it will just keep looping like it just did there, and I think that should be fixed. So guess the word, perfect, and then if I type in just completely random letters, answer length is 12. So we need to enter again. Let's say if I type and, there we go, it was and then I'm just going to repeat the script again to make sure that we don't have that same problem that keeps giving us the correct answer. There we go, so that is the entire script working now. And if you want to make this a bit more interesting, you can do longer words, or you can maybe do lives. So if they guess sort of a letter wrong, you lose a life or something, and if you lose all your lives, it's game over. And you could add sound to it, so we have looked at sound before, and instead of using a cat, you can definitely customize your sprite and make it look a bit nicer, to use a better backdrop, and just try and use everything that we have looked at so far. And that is everything for this video of the Beginner's Guide to Scratch. I hope you enjoyed looking at this Guess the Word game. I will put a link to the full Guess the Word video that I did in my channel quite a while ago, so I'll put that in the description. So make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.